Hey guys, it's Austin Zalkowski from A2 Mastermind. Just wanted to thank all of the gold members who came out for the Mastermind today. It's March 27th on Friday. And just thank you for everything that you brought to the table. I felt that people came with specific challenges and they were very clear about what it was they were trying to do, what they were running into, and then they were able to leave with solutions. And I want to thank the group for providing solutions. I want to thank everybody for being both creative and open to ideas. I think that there was a ton of value shared, and I know that each person leaving has a little bit better idea about how to move forward and perhaps a lot better idea how to move forward than they did. So, two masterminds in, I'm feeling really, really good about that. If you weren't able to make it, you did miss out, but that's all right. We'll get you into the next one and we'll keep you moving forward. And I wanted to give a quick thanks to Pam Rossi, who actually did record a video testimonial for us. That's great. We need as much of that as we can get as we're promoting and growing this community, which is of course the goal. In that line of thought with regard to the community, I just wanted to point out and remind you again that this human potential movement that I'm talking about within the company or within the community is, I think, going to be extremely key. Because it's one thing to learn the systems and the processes we use to grow our businesses, to market them, and so on and so forth, but you've got to put some fuel in the tank. And you've got to be able to transform your perspective about who you are in order to do something bigger than what you're already doing. And the masterminding subconsciously is already doing that. You're hanging out with people who are smart, who are motivated, who are excited, enthusiastic. And so that energy, that sense is going to rub off. But I think it's going to be important to also put not extreme, but put intention into this. And that's why these human potential events, I think, are going to be really cool. It's just going to be a fun way to come out with a group and stretch your confidence muscle, but mostly just to step into more powerful shoes because the exercises that we'll have in them will not necessarily just be awkward or strange. Instead, they will be empowering. So you'll step into a role and realize, wow, I can really have as much power in an interaction with whomever I'm speaking just based on the power that I'm willing to take in that conversation and sort of upgrading your mindset about who you are when you're stepping into your business shoes. And I think that that's going to be a really, really awesome way to amp up the energy in the group and give you the fuel to do the things and the confidence to do the things that we're learning how to do already within the group, to give you that sense that you are somebody who's doing something big, doing something special, and that the world needs to hear about it and be a part of it. So I will have more information about that in that line of thought. If anyone has experience in promoting events, I've obviously learned quite a bit about how to use Meetup and was able to successfully promote the kickoff event and all that. But if you have experience, I'd love to hear it. I'm specifically thinking, for example, of Pam Rossi, obviously with the radio experience and all that. This is going to be something, the events will be promotion worthy. The theme of each event is going to have some kind of a special something to it, if you will, that'll make it interesting and exciting to promote for either a radio station or newspaper or whatever. But if you have contacts or experience doing that, I would love to take about 15 minutes to chat through that and see if there's any way that you can help to grow the community. Because ultimately, what we build together, the more we can build it together, the more valuable the community is going to be. And that's the piece that's most important to me. Sharing these marketing ideas, sharing the systems, and even growing the actual company itself so that it's successful. That's important. But to me, it's all for the purpose of serving and creating this community because I know that's where the magic's going to come out, not just in business, but even just in innovation and creative juices in general. It's just all going to start flowing as the community itself grows and as people get a sense and a flavor for what does it mean to be a part of this. And it's not just knowledge, it's a feeling. And I would love your guys' help in helping to promote that. Some other notes I had for myself from today. Just check in, right now and over the next week about your why. What is it that is driving you? Why are you doing this? Even if you can't quite put it to words, try and zero in on that feeling and actually feel it. Remind yourself what it feels like, and then do the work to start distilling that down into words. I know for me in my business journey, it always has been sort of a feeling and just an awareness, and then I attached or got as close as I could to that with wording or with a specific business model, whatever the case may be. And masterminding, for example, is the closest I can get to what it is I'm trying to do in the world in a business manifestation at this point, and building this community. But tap into that and really, if you don't know it, think about how much more powerful you would be if you truly had conviction in everything you were doing. If everything was sort of flowing towards a specific why, you would automatically gain authority. If you remember back to the skate story that I had, skating across America, and I mentioned some of the crazy situations I found myself in. I think you'll probably remember when I told that story at the kickoff event, I mentioned the authority that was given to me by the dream and by the mission itself, because I would put myself into situations, maybe skating along the side of a freeway or whatever, which I knew I shouldn't, I wasn't allowed to be in per se, but I had more authority than I would normally have, and was even able to convince the police officer who might pull me over and say, "Hey, look, this is what I'm doing. I'm not trying to be a punk or whatever. This is what I'm doing. I believe in this cause. I'm carrying this message of entrepreneurship and freedom to the youth." And they would actually be inspired and would want my website address and all that. And they'd say, "Well, just by the way, be careful and try and stay off the freeways." But they were much more responsive to me because I had a sense of conviction. I believed in what I was doing. You need that if you're going to do anything big, and that goes along with being able to execute on process, systems, marketing, so on and so forth. So tap into that why. Um, a quick little retraction. I did want to make a point. We were looking at some of our own marketing, and I wanted to thank you guys first of all for helping out. There was actually some great insights that came, and I know Ryan was excited to fly back home and then implement them right away. So great job. You're already bringing value to us as well. But I did want to make a quick retraction. Towards the end, I was saying, this isn't A2 Mastermind branding, or this isn't our lingo. This isn't our message. But I was misunderstanding what Ryan was doing. I thought he had sort of swiped and it was just modifying and putting sort of a template-esque type of post up to model something else that this Evan Pagan had done. Actually, it was our stuff. He was kind of taking influences from all over and creating our own stuff, and he just really needed to distill it down into a more palatable marketing message on the front side with an ad and on the squeeze page. So just wanted to retract that because he did do a lot of work on it, and it was a quality tool. It just needed a little bit of refining. It definitely was our stuff, and we weren't just taking from somebody else. So, quick little retraction there. Uh, I was wrong. He was right. And let's see here. Yeah, I think that's what I have for you today, guys. Just really tap into that why, because that is really where it all starts. It's where it all comes from. That's the true source of your vision. That's the source of your conviction and your energy that allows you to make the deals, make the connections, and move anything forward. And that's just ultimately knowing why you're doing it in the first place and feeling it and being so attached, well, so connected to that nothing can shake you. So thanks again. Enjoy the month. Please do use the online resources, the Facebook group that Ryan created, the closed and private group. The resource section will be getting that stuff up there much more quickly this time around than last time. And let's grow this thing together, you guys. You're awesome. Thank you. Have an awesome weekend, and we'll talk soon. We'll see you.